minds ready for this panel discussion? This will be up until 5 o'clock. Are you ready? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So let us meet our esteemed, next slide. Oh, I have to say next slide all the time. Okay. Our esteemed panelists, if you have your PAFTE newsletter, I got this from there. Okay. So we should be engaged in a stimulating conversation with our panelists. So our first panelist is Dr. Osias Monforte. A big hand, please. Assistant School Division Superintendent, DepEd Division of Ligao City, from December 15, 2015 until the present. He was a consistent honor student throughout his student life, a cum laude graduate of BS Education, majoring in math from the Republican Colleges in Binubatan, Albay. Obtained his master's degree in education from the University of South Australia. And he rose from the ranks. It's really so interesting to see, no? From a young teacher, rising up to teacher 2, teacher 3, master, all of that. And then eventually, he served in the different divisions in Albay and also in Lipa City in Batangas, where he stayed there for like 3 years. Okay, we had a chance to chat. It was not a very happy 3 years because the wife stayed in Albay, right? Okay. And he became a Metrobank Outstanding Teacher in 1996 while he was a master teacher at Marshall Lanyola Memorial School in Ginobatan, Albay. Okay, so our first panelist, Dr. Monforte. And of course, Dr. Hilda Montano, our very own board member of PAFTE national level, and the Dean of the College of Education of West Visayas State University. Mga taga-West Visayas. Dr. Hilda Montano. And of course, Dr. Alan B. D. Guzman. Wala pa ako sinasabi, nagpapalakpakan na sila. Okay, another dean, this time from, oh my gosh, no, it's not the Green School. It's University of Santo Tomas. Because it says, can you, buti na lang, lampasan mo na lang kasi DLSU yung na-type doon. I don't know, I got it from a website. You become dean there? Why did I get that? Don't believe everything you get in the internet. Alan Bernardo, okay. So I was the current dean of the College of Education of the University of Santo Tomas, a fellow in curriculum leadership, Princeton University of Technology, Doctor of Philosophy, summa cum laude, University of Santo Tomas in 1999. Also in his master's degree in Edit Management, also summa cum laude. And his undergrad is secondary ed on computer technology. Okay. Sorry, mahaba ko. Okay, so he became the Metrobank Outstanding Teacher in 2011 and also a fellow of the Southeast Asian Ministries of Education Regional Center for Innovation Technology and the president of the Metrobank Foundation Network of Outstanding Teachers and Educators and member and editorial member for the CHED Journal Accreditation Technical Working Group, and he is in the editorial board and also a reviewer of quite a number of international journals. Not the predatory ones, the real, actual, legit ones. Okay? So I'd also like to add, and this I'm sure you will share this, Dr. Alan. Recently, he was invited to participate in another panel discussion about education, where at the United Nations Educational, Cultural, and Scientific Organization, or UNESCO. Was this in Paris? Oh gosh, it was in Paris. Okay, in Paris. Okay, so Dr. De Guzman was part of a 6-member panel composed of teachers from France, Qatar, Kenya, and of course the Philippines. The discussion revolved around the theme, empowering teachers, building sustainable societies, mobilizing our roadmap for 2030 for teachers. So I'm sure he's going to input a lot of what were discussed in the panel discussion also in this forum. Okay? So, we'll talk about the theme. I'm going to start. I'm not so used to sitting down. Okay. So we're going to talk about the theme and then we will segue to 21st century teaching. Okay? But as I mentioned, it's not an ordinary panel discussion kasi medyo pahihirapan po natin yung mga panelists. Okay ba sa inyo yun? Okay na okay. So you will be guided with what will happen. There will be times when you can also participate, and I hope that you really do, so that we will learn together, stimulate each other's minds, and enjoy at the same time. Okay, so you see here, there are a lot of issues in teaching, teacher education, learning, and all this. I don't know where the discussion would really divert because they are, bright, intelligent people who has a lot to share. Okay, so we should be dissecting the convention theme and then focus on the 21st century teacher. And we will, okay, I've said that already. It will have different activities in between and we will end with a 5 to 10 minute closing statement or sharing from the panelists. That's how it's going to go. Okay, so for the first one, we will ask the panelists now, what image do you conjure in your mind when you say revitalize? Revitalize. Because that is what we have been talking about since yesterday. When we say revitalize, is it deeper, some sort, who likes to recite? Raise your hand if you want to recite. Is it a sort of reawakening?
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Magandang umaga po. When we say revitalize, I imagine 10 watt LED bulb light that gives light to our homes, our offices. If there is an electrical current, this bulb gives us brighter light. However, if it is brown out, the light, it gives us dimmer light until it is consumed. However, when the electric current resumes, again, it is re-energized, it is regenerated, and again, brighter light will be given again. That is revitalized home.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Good morning, teachers. Good morning. That's better. I love, of course, the word revitalize, and every time I look at the word revitalize, it will bring us now to its root word, vita, which means life, and to have life again. And any of you probably here, probably when you were still in grade school, yung mga lalaki po dito, tayo po ay nag-Boy Scout. Isa po sa mga kanta natin, yung Boy Scout natin, ay ang kantang Give Me Oil. Listen now to the song Give Me Oil, of course, by Tambourine. Listen now to the song. Give me oil in my life, keep me burning. Give me oil in my lamp, I pray. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. Oh, keep me burning till the break of day. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of And look at now, of course, the word vita or what we call life. Lahat po tayo ay may buhay. Tama o hindi? Tama. But look at the word buhay. Lahat ng mga taong may buhay, naghahanap buhay parang mga guro. True or false? Tanong, bilang mga guro, tayo ba ay nagbibigay buhay sa ating kapwa? O tayo ba ang mga guro na walang kabuhay-buhay every time we get to see our students? And every time I look at the word vita, it reminds me of the word energy. Recall when you were still in school, the word energy simply means the capacity to do work. And one of the basic principles in science like this, ano sabi ng science po? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it is only converted from one form to another. So the questions like this: how do we consider ourselves as 21st century teachers? Are we power teachers or powerful teachers? Look at those two words, power teacher and powerful teacher. That's not kamay. How many of you here consider yourselves as power teachers? And how many of you here see yourselves as powerful teachers? Which is better, power or powerful? Huh? Power is A, powerful is B. A or B? When you say, of course, powerful, look at your cell phones. Your cell phones is not a power gadget. Your cell phone is a powerful gadget for as long it is full with power. But the moment power is out, it becomes powerless. But teachers in the 21st century, in terms of revitalization, we are not powerful teachers. We are power teachers. Let me give you a metaphor now. Let me give you the sun and the solar panel. Between the sun and the solar panel, which one is the source? Which one, of course, is the recipient? And between the sun and the solar panel, which one is power? The sun, and which one is powerful? The one of what we call the solar panel. In other words, my dear colleagues, if you look at the word revitalize, when we revitalize, of course, ourselves as teachers, we look back once again to our powers as teachers. 1, legitimate power. 2, our expert power. 3, our reward power. 4, our charismatic power. And of course, our coercive power. The more power we assume, the more authority we assume. And the more authority we have, the more accountable we become in the teaching profession. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so proud of you, brother. You said it all already. You know, earlier I was even thinking that whenever I speak of revitalize, I will also associate this with a power gadget. In a way, I also look at it from this perspective, such as when you have your battery of a cell phone or the battery of your laptop, which, if it's not energized, if it's not charged regularly, somehow it becomes useless in one way or the other. So at some point, I would also want to look at it from that way, that you're like a gadget too, although you said that it's not being powerful, but it's all about power. But nevertheless, I still believe that as teachers, we also need to be energized every now and then, just by drinking, for example, an energy drink, but more importantly, in the area of professional development, such as attending a convention like this, which is being sponsored by the Philippine Association for Teachers and Educators. And that's why even if you invest money in it, your school invests on it, but still, you are being pushed and you pray until something happens, so that even with the threat of Lawin, you are still here. And thus, putting together this more than 700 teachers and educators from all over the Philippines. So in one way or the other, I look at that as a way of revitalizing all of us.
Power. Okay, so we heard about light, about power, and about empowering ourselves. So we can also say that we are not the source of that power. I think that is what Ma'am Doc Hilda is saying. We are not the main source of that power. We tap to a higher power. And that is why we are here today. I'm sure a lot of you prayed, right? I hope you will have safe travel and all of that. So that we are power, that we have power to inspire others also comes from a higher power upstairs. Thank you. So now we go to question 2. Our theme focuses on teacher education and the teaching profession. So we would like to challenge these 3 brilliant minds here to create a human sculpture that would depict, ready your cameras because they don't do this all the time. They will create a human sculpture to depict what the essence of the teaching profession is. So we'll just count to 10. You can stay here. Oh, they're still discussing. Okay, maybe have them here, and we will just count to 10. Everybody help. We will count in reverse. Okay? And I need some support on that fast. Okay, we'll do it slowly. Okay, ready? And then we're going to, well, it can be a movie sculpture if you like. It doesn't have to be static. It's really up to you. As long as you... Okay, let's start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, mga 30 minutes natin silang iwanan. Okay. Who would like to explain? I'm moving with them. Nice. Okay. Are you a producer? You're a